Lots of back.
Demon Hunter once more. Infy is moving away from the Keeper, going heavy on the Demon. This should be no surprise for Sok. The Demon Hunter has in fact been very popular in this matchup ever since the immolation change. And we do see immolation here as the early game starts to get underway.
Yeah, still fast forwarding as we are here in Flow TV and we want to be synced up as best as we can. Archmage on Sok, no Demon Hunter. Solid body block, but of course the problem is getting that expansion up, especially on Tidehunters. Solid detonate here against the Water Elemental, making creeping hard, forcing a town portal though, despite the ring. And that should be a clean expo now for Sok, as we are approaching life speed in just a second. Bear with us, guys. But yeah, losing that town portal is quite a big deal.
Yeah, and all peasants survived.
Oh.
Not a single peasant was lost.
Oh.
This makes this a great early game for Sok already. If you can continue to creep, get up the tower, get up the expansion, hit level 3, and look for a counter. I'm liking Sok's position quite a bit over here.
How do you like the Ancient of Wonders at the 6 o'clock position for Infy?
Oh, interesting. Dude, is the scout farm seeing this?
I don't know. Carson would say absolutely, but what does he know?
They're so cheap and they scout all over the place, Neo. It's insane.
And they're basically unbreakable. I know.
AM stole the telestaff. Nice. There was a wisp in the main. Demon Hunter wanted to staff on top. No, sir, not this time. And Sok is just all over Infy here on this map.
Yeah, that is why we advised Blizzard to change the telestaff to 2 charges. Very, very good move by Sok in this regard, of course. He is facing a Naga, which is okay. Not a sick carry for later. And Sok is tacking already at 5 minutes 40. This is a really, really good game for the humans so far.
Yeah, it's like a perfect game by Sok. Credit where credit is due. Really well played so far. We see the Naga already. Sok hasn't quite spotted her yet, but will soon. And upon seeing the Naga, Sok should realize, okay, this is not going to be a late game. This is not going to be a macro game. This will be a push strat by Infy. In 2-base, super late game, the Naga doesn't really stand the ground, the battleground, so to speak. She won't be able to provide enough. So now it's about defense for Sok, I think, because yeah, there should be simply just a push happen.
Yeah, and humans are usually pretty good in the defense department. Blacksmith is already coming. Archmage is already level 3, trying to poke holes in the base alongside the Footman, taking the Demon Hunter off the map, draining some HP off of that Naga. Little too late to get rid of lores or something, but keeping the Demon Hunter away from level 3 is a success in itself.
So can buy a lot of time here, create space, gets valuable scouting out, and he knows tier 3 is not happening. Not for quite some time. The Dryads will of course be a concern, especially against the Archmage, so rifles will be needed soon. I like to defend as well, so footies will be way more durable. I would love to see a second barracks here actually, to get those numbers of rifles up quickly if needed.
Yep, I'd agree. He has the gold, but not interested in that currently. A little bit of a problem for Infy actually, that the shop is bottom left. Did he rebuild one? No, he made the trip to the bottom to get the staff. That was a long way. Yeah, how do you break these bases with only Dryads, Remo?
It's going to be tough, especially when towers are finished. One guard tower being upgraded at the expansion right now. It seems like this one's going to be critical to cancel. And I think the cancel should work. Defenders activate on the Footman, but they're not really fully healed. And we're missing the numbers right now for Sok. He's going for an MK second double Sanctum.
Wow.
But no rifle production at all just yet.
That's such a slow build that he decides to go for. Seems like he's confident in his defense department, and rightfully so, for now, at least. Arcane Tower still stands like a vanguard.
Yeah, if this works out perfectly by Sok, it's going to be really impressive. This is a chance to look either brilliant or foolish, if he holds here or not. Because if he doesn't hold, we're going to say, oh, why didn't you make more rifles, bro? But if he holds, we're going to say, you're so brilliant, dude. You didn't even need rifles.
There we go. That would, of course, be the hard counter with piercing damage versus Dryads. Infy is not going for tier 3. Sok makes life a little harder for himself than he necessarily needed. Would at least love to see a workshop for mortar teams added, even though I know, Mr. Remo Demo, you don't like them before level 3, but that doesn't change my mind. Guard tower is up, and that might change Infy's mind of continuing to push here.
And the MK doesn't have to fear the mana burn. It's a immolation build. The shop is beautifully positioned, able to heal over and over. There's a potion of healing. Regen scroll can be added as well. And the MK should be able to spend all of his mana at least before he goes down. If he goes down, never mind. He does one Stormbolt, almost trapping the demon with the water elemental. But that one is dispelled, and the danger isn't quite over yet.
Demon Hunter packs a punch with 13, almost 14 armor. Destroys almost everything, and Infy's push is surprisingly doing a lot of damage, including the hero kill. But it's still 2 base, 1 base. Infy was not expanding behind it. He was not for a long time tacking behind it. And now Sok is also adding Rifleman. Life's not getting easier for Infy.
He's making a workshop. Ew! Who the hell likes more teams before frag shards? That's just gross.
You're gross.
Well, that's nothing new.
Relentless pressure by Infy, but will that work out? Will that do the critical damage? Will that buy the time for tier 3? Kinda questionable. The hero kill was important, but more and more counters coming up.
Hunter finding yet another kill, but again out of mana. Question is, when's the healing gonna run out? The Moonwells have been almost entirely depleted. It's time for bears. We need rejuve, but we don't have any of them yet.
Coming in a bit. Upgrade is up. So we're just waiting for bears. The Ancient of War again made a long way here. But yeah, mortars are coming. Priests as well. Long rifle upgrade. Sok is getting more and more stable by the second.
Yeah, nice play by Sok. Seemed like he had the towers just enough when he needed. The footies just enough available when he needed them. MK also doing his part. And Infy feels the pressure rising. The longer this game goes, the worse it's going to be. Infy didn't want to go for Panda, didn't want to go 2 base. Tried for the push. But it seems like it's almost over.
12 supply dry, it's about to be dead. If they get in range of these mortar teams, Demon Hunter also behind enemy lines. Stormbolt on the bear, so he can't apply reju. This is looking desperate now, Remo.
Mana potion. Pop it for a quickie. A little bit too late with the Stormbolt. Demon Hunter does get away. But now just a strong force. With the militia here in the mix as well, Sok knows he easily has the forces needed to repel the aggressor.
A quickie, huh? With a hammer.
Sometimes you need a bit of extra force.
I don't envy people around here. I love the step by Infy to the left-hand side to put a little bit more pressure this time on the main base. A little bit more pressure, dude.
Yeah, this is looking a bit desperate now. Infy was banging his head against the wall against the expansion. Now he's thinking, well, maybe I'm gonna have in the main base. Who knows? Life is like a box of chocolates, Neo. You never know what you're gonna get. Unless you're facing a Mountain King, then you oftentimes get a hammer in the face. That one seems to be pretty reliable. And Sok not sweating it there for a moment, was just creeping up. Got another item TPing home now. And now we have the Nile army stuck between 2 bases.
Yeah, that's a bit problematic to run away against Sorceress. A little bit of Dispel is available, but clear supply deficit. Mountain King is here with yet another bolt. Saved, but again, this will drain a lot of resources in the main. Without an expansion, Infy doesn't really stand a chance here, I feel.
Yeah, no expansion, no fight won in a long time. He doesn't even have much stronger heroes. I guess the Naga is higher level than the MK, but the MK has much more potential later on. Only chance here, I feel, is like go full moon style. 3 Dryads here, 2 Dryads here, there's Zeppelin flying across, there's bears dropping. You need to lame your way to victory, I think is the only chance here.
And Infy is one of the greatest of all time in laming and decision making. So he's trying to play around that. He's trying to get some damage done while catching up in no upkeep. But Sock doesn't really care. It's like this annoying pesky fly that he's trying to swat, doesn't necessarily get it, but buys himself time for more important things like grabbing up a flute, which is amazing for rifle mortar. And a scroll
Not according to
as
Carson.
well. What does Carson know? Does he
Carson
even
doesn't
know
like
what...
auras.
Dude, I'm pretty sure Carson doesn't know that there's a PTR right now.
As long as he knows how to play that guitar. Oh,
Stormbolt!
starting to make his presence known.
It was a nice idea to Stormbolt the Naga, then focus the Demon Hunter, but damage just wasn't there.
That bash would have been funny. We've been seeing a lot of last-second bashes lately.
Oh yeah.
Gotta roll those dice.
Dude, we both had a game where Bash basically decided the game, right? It's so fun.
Yeah. As long as you're not on the receiving end.
Correct.
It's pretty funny.
Correct.
Dude, I still remember a game from like 2012 when I was playing against an orc on Turtle Rock. I was undead, and I had almost won the game, and then his Orb of Lightning purged my Frost Armor, and that's why I lost. That is RNG at its finest. Anyways, final fight here. Infy is trying to have a chance, hopefully, in his main base with the support of the Moonwells, but the heal scroll advantage, the army size advantage, it seems like almost everything is in favor of Sock. He's in a weird position here, admittedly. Some more things have been getting sniped, but there might still be enough in the end.
Deer on the menu tonight, boys, as the Dryads getting slaughtered by the rifle. Very successful hunt for the dwarves today. Sock barely losing anything, still 200 gold. Infy trying to get some reinforcements in, but the Mountain King is level 3 now, and when the next hammer falls, the double Gs fall as well.
Hammer time! And we see it finish off in style. Very strong game by Sock. This was like picture perfect. To be honest, also this is quite the strong human map in this matchup. But Sock gets the job done. And will now face the last relevant Chinese player, I guess you could say.
Exactly, because we are on championship points, Mr. Remo. Demo Korea going into this match only needed 3 map wins, and they got 2 now. 1 by Focus, 1 by Sock. So the next player for China, which has to be Fortitude if they understood the rules, has to do an all kill against Sock, Moon, and Remo.